families that were here were captured and enslaved to do what? To do what? To build wealth? No, they weren't. No, to build somebody else's wealth. Not to build their own wealth. They didn't take us from Africa to come over here or enslave those who are already here to, hey, let's show you how to build wealth. No, let's show you how to build our wealth. We need you to work. So after our enslavement, they just changed a few laws and guidelines and said, we still need you to work. Now we're not going to make it illegal for you to be educated. We're going to educate you, but we ain't going to all the way educate you. We're going to put a cap on that. You know what? Enslavement is going to be illegal, but not if you commit a crime. 13th Amendment. You'll go to jail and work for free. And then we're going to make some laws that make it even easier for us to lock you up. Called Black Code, Vacancy Tactics, Peonage, COINTELPRO, Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration, School to Prison Pipeline, and Redline. I'm saying all that to say in this environment to let you understand how everything's been stacked up against us. And if you look at why would someone, why would a government, why would a system, why would wealthy people, why would corporations, why would these generationally rich families, why would they perpetuate these systems and this curriculum and this culture for us to just be a working class? What's so special on the other side that we want to keep it a secret? And see, I crossed over to the other side. And I found that the life of financial freedom, the life of financial independence, the life of abundance that we all seek is not that hard to get. We're just unfamiliar to it. We're just illiterate to it. We're just underexposed to it. Because unless you were born to wealthy parents or a wealthy family or somehow called wealthy friends, you never learn intentional wealth building strategies K through 12. 99% of the chance you didn't even learn it in college. Even at the best schools. I interviewed a gentleman who's looking to make $250,000 a year from my company, Harvard graduate. He said, Jay, I watch more about wealth watching your YouTube channel than I did with a Harvard business education. It's the 52 fake out. And so I start this lecture this way because when you're talking about building an 8-figure business, when you talk about building legacy, when you talk about being the best CEO, not just for your company, but the best CEO for your last name. Who here can tell me what a CEO is? And how do you define that chief executive officer? What's their role to the company? Lead. One of the best words. The chief executive officer, the CEO of a company, the same as the CEO of a last name, the matriarch or patriarch, the one that's leading the family. A CEO is the leader and visionary of an organization. I look at the Morrison last name as the organization. And if someone in the Morrison family is intentional about leading and being a visionary for where the Morrisons go from 2018 to 2088, the Morrisons would be the same Morrisons they were in 1988. Being a CEO, being an executive, being a leader, building wealth, it has to be intentional. What's intentional mean? You know that, on purpose. Do it on purpose, not by accident. See, we're taught to go to school, hopefully go to college, or get a trade, get a good job, and you might luck up and build wealth at some point. Maybe. But nobody's going to focus on that. The goal is just to get a good job, take care of yours, go on a couple of vacations a year, put some money for retirement, put your kids through school, so they can do what? Get a good job. You are taught to form a last name and legacy of workers and not owners. This is why I love the We Buy Black movement, We Buy Black convention. I love this whole concept. It's not the We Buy Black. It's the ideology that if there's not enough commerce, goods, and services that black people create, we can't buy black nothing. See, businesses, and before I continue, let me say this. I've built some successful companies. I've owned, managed, or run over 36 businesses in my lifetime, from record labels to courier services to entertainment companies to school uniform lines to clothing companies to staffing agencies. I've been doing business in this last 14 years. And then in my former life, I spent 10 years as a dope dealer from the corners of New Jersey to the corners of Baltimore to the corners of Lincoln, Nebraska, trafficking drugs. From 15 to 25, that was my business. So all I know is entrepreneurship. All I know is hustle. At 18 years old, I got incarcerated, faced 3 years of life in prison, served a year in New York, came home from prison as I got criminally educated in New York on how to sell dope better. The correctional trap. Not rehabilitation. Just confinement. And one big drug dealer, robber, murderer, stick-up kid, drug addict, vacation. Came home and sold more drugs. Caught another charge a year later in Maryland for drug trafficking in Cumberland, Maryland. Faced 15 years in prison. Beat that charge because of an illegal search and seizure by the police. Still served 18 months in prison. Came home, even more criminally educated. As my cellmate was a double lifer, he had 2 homicides, was in prison for 30 years. With 2 life sentences, he was my cellmate. We spent 18 hours together every day in our 8x10 cell. And did that for a few more years until I had my wake-up call to try to take my hustle, my charisma, my energy from off the corner into the corner office. And see if I put 100% of that energy somewhere else besides 10th and Springfield, North New Jersey, what would happen? In my first 3 years, I made my first $1 million. No college education, 11th grade high school dropout. Went back to an alternative program and graduated somewhat of a 12th grade year. I'm saying this to say, I'm showing you the fundamentals. And I want to strip away the fears and the excuses. I was born to a 17-year-old mom. She got off the abortion table to have me. Welfare, WIC, Section 8, the paper food stamps, not the cards, the paper ones. Stepfather, heroin addict, served 13 years in prison. Physically abused, emotionally abused. You name it, I have been through it and survived it. And of course, all praises due to who? You already know. So I'm saying that not to promote or boast or even, don't think about me, think about you and your journey. Think about your obstacles. Think about the excuses you'll be giving yourself, what you've been facing. And what I'm saying is that it's not that hard. And all business is an exchange of products, goods, and services for some type of fair compensation. In most cases, currency. All business is, if you write this down, is an exchange of products, goods, or services for some type of fair compensation, usually currency. And so we cannot buy black, we cannot thrive black, we cannot build wealth black or any nationality. We cannot do that if we are not creating enough products, goods, and services. Ain't nothing to buy. All we're going to have is soul food restaurants and barbershops. Here I am, I've created, and mind you, this is not about me, but I want you to envision you and I want to inspire you before I instruct you. Here I am, an 11th grade high school dropout that has 0 college credits. But yet I own my own school. Not just own my own school, but the first black wealth education institute to ever grace the Inc. 500. I'm talking about no limits. Ain't no limits. No limits. Strip all out of the way. Now, was it easy? No. Were there failures? Yes. Were there hires and fires and hiccups? Were there times I had to pawn jewelry to pay payroll? Yes. I've made millions and blown millions, filed bankruptcy and bounced back. Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that the entrepreneurial journey, this journey to build wealth and legacy for your last name, is not going to be easy. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to get knocked down. You may fail. You may go broke and have to bounce back. But your only alternative, sink or swim. Your only alternative is that you are going to build assets, whether they're real estate assets, business assets, own shares of companies as stocks or some kind of assets, or you're just going to work and die. That's it. You have one life. There's no repeats. There's no sequels. You are going to create something. I don't care if it's the cup. I don't care if it's the bottle. I don't care if it's the water. I don't care if it's the machine. Formed a company 2 years ago to launch Tulsa's Real Estate Fund this year. Over 4 years behind the scenes, research, development, investment, paying legal fees. I'm paying accountants before the company's even making any money. What are we auditing here? I'm paying $3,500 to an auditor. We haven't made $0. Why am I paying you? It's the cost of doing business. And see, as our people, we have this, because we have been exposed, undereducated. So we have this fairy tale belief of what it really takes to do business. I had folks, we're streaming this live on Facebook. And Facebook, please share this, like it, comment, encourage your audience to do the same. This needs to be the community message that goes viral. And so I say to my Instagram, I say, hey, live 2 p.m. free lecture, how to build an 8-figure business. Not 6, not 7, I'm talking about 8. You heard? Say it again. 8. Even little baby queen know that. And then I got people on Instagram saying, well, I don't have Facebook, can you put it on Instagram? This is the mentality of our people. You get a free lecture from a proven business exec, mogul, success story, relatable instructor, a free business lecture. And you can't figure out how to create a Facebook account real quick? You need it to your doorstep on Instagram? But this is, again, we make up a lot of silly excuses for us not doing the things we need to do to get to where we got to go. A lot of times we honestly scared of that journey. We embrace anything that, I don't know, it's kind of raining outside, I don't know. You're looking for any excuse not to get busy. Because then you can tell yourself, well, I tried. Oh, well, my credit's not good enough. Oh, that first venture failed. But did you really go into it wholeheartedly, with focus, and being intentional, and with purpose, and with resilience? Now, if it's a Beyonce concert, it'll be raining, pouring, sleet, and dog. You're going to get there. New outfit and all. On your credit card, and the rent was due. But that meant something to you. But somehow building a legacy for your last name just don't mean enough. And so let's get into the lecture. That wasn't even it. How to build an 8-figure business from your iPhone, tablet, any device in the world. We're going to break it down like this. First and foremost, you have to be the ultimate CEO. The ultimate leader, the ultimate visionary. Understanding that the success of your organization counts on who? You. Counts on who? You. You got to be the ultimate. If you're going to really take this to the next level, see, I'm about getting it done. I don't play. I've risked my freedom and my life since I was 15 years old trying to get out of poverty. I don't play. And why business has been so easy for me, now mind you, I've had ups, downs, failures, but I'm saying holistically easy for me because my alternative was the trap, was the street corner. I'm a 3-time felon. I served 2.5 years in prison in 3 different states. If I didn't make this work, done. Bleak. So what I believe in is a mentality of what we call burning the ships. We going to fight a war. Let's all get on our boats. Let's go over to this island and fight this war. When we get to that island, everybody burn your damn ship. Well, how are we going to get off, Jay? We ain't going to get off. We're going to live or die on this island. That's how I approach life. Hey, we're going to make it work. That's what I told my team. Some of my staff is here. They got J. Morrison Academy shirts on. We have 2 booths. Please support our booths. Tulsa Real Estate Fund, J. Morrison Academy. I'll tell you what about our companies. But I told my staff in the staff meeting because we've done pretty well this year. One of our more successful years, but the last couple months a little shaky. Fourth quarter been, And I was getting a little frustrated. I'm kicking butt in the office and I'm going through everything. And mind you, being an ultimate CEO, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more that looks like. But as I was getting frustrated with our business and our team and trying to find the kinks, I got excited one morning. I got motivated. And I was like, wait. When I was 20, I was on parole in New York. Called a secret indictment in New Jersey, bailed out. New York didn't find out about it. I thought that I was going to prison for 3 more years. That's what a lawyer told me. Couldn't find out I was only facing 4 months. But because I thought I was going for 3 more years, I went harder at selling drugs so I could save up more money. So when I go for 3 years, I come home with some money. So I turned my hustle up. So I'm now out on parole in New York, out on bail in New Jersey, now I'm trafficking to Maryland. And that's when I got caught in Maryland for a drug trafficking charge. Bailed out from that. 20 years old. My daughter was born while I was in prison when I was 18 years old. My daughter now is 19 years old, sophomore in college, going to one of the top colleges, universities in the country. She used to be in the trap house with me, on the bed with me while I'm in hotels bagging up. And at that time, I was depressed. I gave up on life. I literally gave up. I'm like, I'm done. New York, I'm going to parole every Tuesday to see Ms. Robinson. One day they're going to lock me up on a Tuesday and say, hey, we found out about New York, we found out about Maryland. So every Tuesday, my stomach's turning, so I may not ever come back out of parole. But mind you, now, I'm on bail in 2 different states. Then, on top of that, my last charge, it took all my money, took my brand new Navigator. I'm just like, life's over, I'm stressing, I just slept for a month. I gave up. Until one of my friends kicked me in the butt and said, nigger. And if y'all know if you follow me, you know I don't use that word. That's why I muffled it. To me, we are kings and queens. I haven't used the N-word or any other kind of word in the last 2 years. It's always kings and queens to me. Because Malcolm said we suffer from social degradation. So I want to elevate us to combat our social degradation. So anyway, he said, he said, you want to sleep in the bed. He said, you can do all that if you want to. He said, you better get to getting. He said, you don't go to prison, come home broke, be a has-been. And I looked at my daughter, I looked at my odds. Out on bail on 2 charges, still going to parole. I said, all right. Dusted myself off and got back to it. Grinded it up, paid my lawyer, beat my charge. Went to prison for 18 months, came home to a bag. But when I told my team, though, it's me, I'm telling this to my staff. 20 staff members. I'm having this very frank and transparent conversation. What I'm saying to them is, we're not going to lose. We're going to win. Give me the balls, 4th quarter, clear out. I got this. I don't believe in that feeling sorry for yourself crap. It's sink or swim. Put my back against the wall, and we're going to thump this out. Thug motivation. All that feeling sorry for yourself, it's just not going to cut it in entrepreneurship. Ain't no room for it, because if you feel sorry for yourself as a CEO, how the hell your team going to feel? CEO walking around moping, your energy all off. You got one pants leg up, crusting your eyes. You got to lead. You got to, being the CEO, I want you guys to write these words down. Being the CEO, I'm not going to be able to, I can lecture on this for 8 hours straight. So y'all going to have to flag me when it's time. I'm going to get to as much as I can get to. Being the CEO is being the best organizer of your organization, the best coordinator, the best facilitator, the best quarterback, the best point guard, the best maestro. That's the CEO. You call the shots, the shot caller. You got to be the best at that. And so if you don't come to the table with this kind of energy, passion, persistence, resilience, focus, if you don't got those intangibles, you cannot build an 8-figure business from no kind of phone. That's what I'm saying. That's why the lecture is what it is. What I'm saying is not the phone or the device at how I built the business. It's the heart, the determination, the focus. So many of us get in our own way. Oftentimes, we're scared to even invest in our business. We want to go create all these different business ideas and concepts, but won't even invest in ourselves to learn or get trained on how to do it. I'll say it again. I talk to people all the time. Hey, bro, I got 80 grand, I got 30 grand, I got 40 grand, and I want to get into real estate. I said, all right, well, look, you can get our online training, get my one-on-one coaching. Well, I don't want to do that. So you just wanted to go flip a house. You just thought you were just going to be never go to mechanic school but just change the transmission. But this is how we actually think about it. Think how many businesses you started. Whatever industry that is. App development, it could be real estate, it could be entertainment, it could be movie, it could be film, it could be whatever. But you never got any kind of mentorship, coaching, advisory, training in it. You just went and found and started. How'd that go? That's not the proper way to lead and to build an organization. But if you have mental roadblocks up, and mind you, I go through it too. Our organization monthly expenses is $178,000 a month. My stepfather, we had a family of six of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. He made $35,000 a year working for the county recycling. $35,000 a year for a family of 6. Our organization monthly expenses is $178,000 a month. 5 times what I was raised off of a year. But every time it's time to cut them checks on payroll time, I be feeling like y'all be feeling. Start getting woozy. So what I'm saying is that I understand the pains of, trust me, we got a billboard on Piedmont Ave in Atlanta, City Marcus. We got a big billboard. My wife and I's on the billboard. We got this cute little face like, hey. The first black-owned real estate crowdfunding in history. And every time that billboard check come in, I'm like, man, we want this billboard or not. I'll stand there with a sign. Well, I'm just trying to say that, I'm saying it in a comedic way, but if you're not willing to invest into your business, sometimes you're last into your idea, your concept, your business, that's what it's going to take to be an entrepreneur. You've got to invest into your business, but the biggest investment, the biggest flip you can make is what? Into you. Into you. It's the biggest flip you can make. If you got the knowledge and you got the strategy, if you got the advisors and the coaching, the tax strategies, etc., we'll talk about that in a second, you can win. So I want to go to our next one, but I just want to give you this concept that we use in JMA in our school. Can you try to open this side for me? My hands are... There you go. You got muscles. So here's the concept of being a business owner. You start off as the CEO. And mind you, a CEO is not always a business owner. You can hire a CEO. You can be an owner of a business and hire a CEO. They will be the leader and the visionary. But for this purposes, we're going to make it synonymous. In most small businesses, the owner is the CEO. In the beginning, you're going to start out working in your business. That's everybody. You're going to do most of the functions of your business. The marketing, the branding, some even accounting, the sales, operations. You're going to do a lot in your business in the beginning, but the goal is to work your way from in your business to out of your business. And as a CEO, the primary function is to be able to get here so you can work on your business. That's where you want to be. You want to work in your business, understand the functions of your business so you can create process, procedures, and systems in your business, so you can replace yourself in different fractions of your company to eventually work your way out of your business so you can be working on your business, seeing the chessboard clearly. So you can audit your financials, see what's going on over here. Why are we selling enough? What can we do better? What's up with our marketing? Where's some relationships? Where can I get some more funding? How can I bridge the gap? That's what you need. You need to be building relationships, leading, inspiring, and recruiting the best talent for your organization. I did a national call to action yesterday on Instagram. I was serious about it. I said, I love my team, and we've gotten this far, but I'm looking to build a dream team with the best talent in the country to come work with me. I don't want people who say, yeah, my dude had it, yeah, I'm good at it. No. Prove to me. Show me where you've done it for an organization. I want the best technology officers, the best finance, the best accounting, best marketing. Because you don't build billion-dollar companies with million-dollar staff and million-dollar talent. You don't build million-dollar companies with $30,000 staff and talent. The level of your staff and talent and personnel, which I'm going to get to, is going to be the level in which you're going to celebrate your business. Otherwise, it's going to all be on you. It's only so far you can grow it. There's only so much you can do. You don't know everything. Sorry. And so what we teach is being an expert at hiring experts. You want to get great at staffing and recruiting. We'll talk about that in a second. So this is the B part. You being the ultimate CEO. Excuse me. Now, part 2. Understand your USP. Let's talk about that. Not every idea is a good idea. Some businesses you're going to have to fold them. But it doesn't mean you lose your entrepreneur spirit. Doesn't mean you're no longer a business owner. Doesn't mean that you don't go into the next idea. I've had business concepts that I thought were great, but they flopped. I was feeling it. My little crew in the room was like, yeah, that's what's up. We have projections and all types of stuff. It doesn't mean it's going to be a great business model. Understanding your USP is your unique selling proposition. What makes your business different? What's unique about your business? A lot of this ties into your why, your passion, what you want to offer the world. But you got to understand that in your business model, it's how you make money, that fair exchange for, what is it? Fair exchange for what? Products, goods, and services. Everybody say it. Products. Together. Products. One more time. Products, goods, and services. So you got to figure out, okay, I know I got a great product, good or service. But there's a lot of competing products, goods, and services out there. So what makes mine any different? That's what you have to ask yourself. You have to figure out unique ways and figure out who your target audience is. That could be what's different about it. Your good or product specifically targeting a certain demographic that the others aren't paying attention to or focusing on. Or your service. But you got to figure out what is unique about your product, good, or service, and what's that proposition? What's the win-win for your customer? Everyone write that down. What's the win-win? See, we all know as entrepreneurs, we all know what it is that we want. But good business is fair exchange, no robbery. About your product, good, or service. Is it your price point that makes it different? Your accessibility that makes it different? Your demographic that makes it different? The quality makes it different? Delivery time makes it different? What's unique about it? That's your competitive edge. Again, business. Select your advisors. It's very important. Selecting your advisory team and your advisors and starting a business or running a business. And I'm just not talking about your middle management or even your executive team. I'm talking about who is advising you on the strategies and the vision you have for your company. Who are you counting on? Have they done it before? Are they successful? Who the hell are you counting on? Aunt Tay-Tay? Rah-rah and them? Like, who are you counting on? Right, so when it comes to, right, so we're talking about very important. This is one of the most critical things. Who's your business coach? Mentor? Who's your legal counsel? Who's your tax strategist? It might be in technology. Who's your technology consultant? You don't see how you build an 8-figure business from your iPhone and unfortunately from your Android. How you guys second feelings? What's wrong? Who's that? You? That's you? You want to hug Queen? How you do it is that, again, you got to be the expert at hiring experts, but you have to be wise enough to know what you don't know. And figure out how to align yourself and seek alignment with people who know it better. And these folks here are so critical. You want to do business at a high level. You want to do real estate at a high level. You want to do whatever is a high level. Well, who the heck is in your corner coaching and mentoring you saying, look, here's the shortcuts. Here's the cheat sheets. Here's how you cut your learning curve. You just went into it. Legal. So often I see folks try to do their own operating agreements, their own contracts. You just became your own lawyer all of a sudden. These are some of the things that you got to focus on in order to, people you need to hire and consult with or figure out how to get them involved in your team to advise you on how to move best and wisest. Yes, sir.
And some of those part of the time become like online, like some or do they have to be just
What do you mean by online?
like online coaching, something like that?
Depends what you feel is effective. If you feel that is effective, but you're the leader. You're the leader of the organization. Is that what you want to give your organization?
No, not too much.
Okay, well, you figure out that balance. And I'm obviously there's budget involved as well. And I got about 10 minutes, they tell me, which sucks, but. You said just rock out, lock the door, lock the door. Infrastructure. So I want to go infrastructure and strategy, and I'm going to zoom through these real quick, okay? I want to tell you that. I want to tell you about some ways hopefully we can assist you, especially in securing the bag. So with infrastructure and strategy, and I'm telling you all this from experience, there's so much money I've saved by bringing the right advisors around me And I literally, this is where I learned it. I learned it because in 2014, company started doing pretty well. And one of my business coaches and advisors, he was charging me anywhere from $5 to $10,000 a month. And I'm like, bro, I can't keep doing this. It's killing me. I'm like, Al, I can't afford you. He said, Jay, my man, the kind of money you're making, you can't afford not to have me. Mm-hmm. I said, damn, you're right. You get what you want. You get what you want? And so I invested more than I really wanted to into it. But then when tax time came, and that tax bill was looking pretty heavy, he paid off tenfold. That's what you want. Sometimes you got to make that upfront investment in order to be able to have someone that can even strategize for you to be able to be successful where you want to go. To make what you want to make and get what you want to get, scale you want to scale. So from an infrastructure standpoint, your advisor will advise you on what kind of company to create, et cetera, et cetera. I personally am a LLC guy through and through for the most part, even my nonprofits, whatever it is. I believe in this type of what's called the corporate veil and corporate structure. Every entrepreneur should have a holding company. This holding company should act as your face and your presence in all businesses. That holding company, LLC, will then go out and own all of your businesses. So if it's a real estate company, great. If it's a hair company, great. We're going to get out of hair, but no, we want to be in hair, actually. Spend a lot of money in it. But we want to be on the other side of hair and just doing hair. We want to own the products and manufacturing, too. If it's a trucking company, great. And you start to build companies owned by your holding company that you control and manage. Then when you want to go buy real estate assets, every real estate asset that you own should be under its own company and entity. Every real estate investment is a different business. Your one rental property is different than your flip property, and different than your other rental across town, or different than your apartment building. So I don't want to commingle businesses, commingle liabilities. And what this does is gives your legal and tax team the right kind of chessboard that they can use to balance off the right kind of tax strategies, profit loss mitigation, and protect you if there's a partnership issue or any kind of lawsuit or litigation in any of these companies. It makes it much harder for it to reach you, the person, the maestro. This $1 million game right here.
And there's no cap as to how many businesses.
We have a limited amount of time, so we want to take questions after.
No cap. All right, so let me go through this for you. Hey, listen, I'm trying. Next, nail down your PPS. PPS stands for processes, personnel, and systems. I say processes first because it's harder to bring personnel into your organization, but there's no processes existing. I tried it. It sucks. Because then you bring people in and they're like, well, what do I do? Right. Then you got to train them on the fly. So if you take the time to create the processes for your organization, I'm talking about processes down to how do you send out an email? How do you send out an email blast? How do you post on social media? How do you sell this? What are your refund policies? What's your terms and conditions? All these processes, the boring, unsexy work of a CEO. Or hire somebody to create that for you as an operational manager with process and operational experience. You don't got to do everything. Just know what you need to know. And know what you don't know and who you need to know to get it done. The ultimate point guard, ultimate quarterback. I got you. Process, personnel, and systems. Establishing your customer base. This is a strategy in regards to how you drive traffic to your business through events, through social media, through marketing, through ads, and through affiliates. How you drive that traffic to your store, to your presence, which is usually a web presence, or your brick and mortar, but even with a brick and mortar, you should have a web presence, and that web presence should have a data capture to capture emails, names, and information, so you are building a customer base. Stop letting people go to your website or go to your store and just leave your website, and you have none of their information. You can't follow up. So you want to capture the data of folks to build a customer base. Once you have a customer base, that database is valuable. You can always build a relationship future sell them, talk to them, consult them, and most importantly, add value to their lives. I want you to write that down, add value. It's one of the secret sauces of doing good business. Stop thinking about you and the dollars you want and think about your customer and the value they need. If you give folks value, the universal law is if you sow value, you'll get what? Y'all sleep. What you reap, you what? So if you sow value, you reap what? Simple. And I'll teach you guys this. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity for future mentorship in a second. I know we're zooming through this. Also, sales and RGA. RGA stands for Revenue Generating Activity. So write down RGA, Revenue Generating Activity, but also write down ABS. ABS stands for Always Be Selling. Your business cannot thrive if you're not making revenue. A lot of times you're sitting around, you're not selling enough. And then a lot of times you're not selling enough because you're being too linear focused on your products. You're only selling one thing. You got a barbershop, but you're not selling brushes and do-rags. You got an app company, but you're not selling any web design or tech support. You have a hat company, but you're not selling any other accessories to go with the hat or pins or whatever. Always think about ancillary products and byproducts that can support your business so you have more than one vertical, more than one product, good, or service to offer your business. Lastly, in our blow-through, secure the bag. I understand and make all this happen. Most small businesses fail because they're undercapitalized. You can't get the money. So there's two things I want to tell you about to help you in executing all this and getting the capital needed to make this happen. And then we're done. One is, we're doing something special for the We Buy Black convention. You guys already know it's We Buy Black. So I have a program called my CEO's program. My CEO program is an $11,000 training program. It's 12 months of mentorship, comes with weekly mentorship calls. Also has over 200 lectures, private exclusive lectures not found on my YouTube, that dive into all this stuff we just covered and more that I can't even get to. That program, again, is an $11,000 program. For the We Buy Back convention, we're offering it 91% off. 91%. So what that looks like is this. You're going to get my CEO's program, 12 months of mentorship calls, all the private training lectures you need, all the checklists you need, all the support you need. You're going to get that for 12 months, and there's two ways you can get it. You can pay $1,000 up front, locked in, everything's unlocked. You go dive in. And you got 12 months access, and you're part of our international JMA community. If you can't come out $1,000 out of your pocket right now, because it's not in your budget to invest in your business, we'll give you 8 weeks. You can put $125 down. You got 8 weeks to pay $125 for 8 weeks to obtain this mentorship program. You don't start until you pay. I know you like that. But you can lock it in at this price, 91% off. Today, we're going to give you guys through the weekend for this opportunity. Actually, I think we may even spend it through Black Friday. All you got to do is you go to jmorrisonacademy.com. I'll write it right here. I think we gave you a flyer for it, jmorrisonacademy.com. This is for those on Facebook and live stream as well. You got the same opportunity. jmorrisonacademy.com/CEO. And you will get 91% off a 12-month mentorship program, well worth over $11,000. I think you guys got more value than that already today. So, that's okay. You have to clap. Go for it. All right, lastly, before we get out of here, easy funding. We created this initiative about a year ago where we offer unsecured, uncollateralized small business funding. Meaning you don't need any collateral, don't need any W-2s, no bank statements, no tax returns, and no proof of employment. All you need is a 680 credit score. If you're close or not even close, we have credit services to help you boost and repair your credit. For a 680 credit score, we'll walk you through the business funding process, and our average client gets $57,000 of funding, their first round of funding, up to $250,000 the first year. None of those documents needed. And for that, you guys have the flyer there. We're offering a 38% discount off of this program as well, and 38% off of any training or coaching on our website. So if you want one-on-one coaching with me, like you literally want me to work with you and come shadow me, and let's do Skypes and FaceTimes and lunches and all that, our one-on-one coaching is 38% off. All that's found at jmorrisonacademy.com, as well as the easy funding. But this business funding is an opportunity for you guys to get access to the capital you need, and it's just streamlined. We've actually helped 500 small businesses get in position for $125 million of funding in the last year. That's facts. All right, so we'll be out at our booth, the Tulsa Real Estate Fund and J. Morrison Academy booth. I wish I could tell you more about them. I think we'll be speaking on the main stage in a second. But these are opportunities for you guys to, obviously follow us on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. Tap in. We have great information. But join the program. Get the funding. And I appreciate you guys for being a great audience today. Thank you.
All right.